Okay, so first of all, before we start, I must I must appreciate the media here for their large-heartedness that they have shown. I think this is the first time media understood our problem, but I must apologize to everyone for the delay in the proceedings. We've landed here from Patna. We've been flying in and flying out of the cities that we've been visiting. Our days have been quite hectic. Some few of us are, suffering the lack of sleep. But we kind of couldn't estimate the time from our travel within the city because of the traffic condition here. And this condition is not only in Bangalore, it's everywhere nowadays since our population is really huge and so many cars that are flying around. But on the behalf of our team, I am sorry that you guys have to wait. But at the same time, I thank you for forgiving us and coming to really capture the happenings of Joram, a film which is very much, very, very close to our heart. We made it with a lot of blood and sweat, literally. Yes. And we are ready to take more and more stress and more pain in promoting this film, in making the audience aware about Joram and what it has within in all of those visuals that Devashish Makhija, our director, has really put it out there. So again, before you ask any question, we are sorry for the delay, but also appreciate for you guys coming back. Thank you.
Hi sir.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you acted in the Tamil movie Anjan as a negative role.
Right.
Yeah, it was awesome. In your lineup in further movies, are you still continuing as a negative role or?
No. When the going gets tough, sometimes what happens. What's your name?
Suhas.
Suhas. So I love Tamil films. I love Malayalam films. It's not because I'm sitting here in South India. Everybody in India, everybody who's close to me knows how much I'm in love with South Indian unconventional films. Like very recently, a film that I have not seen called Garud Gamana Vrishabhana. I made it a point that I'll watch it, whatever happens. I have to watch this film, and this is a film which came long back. How come I could miss that film? So, because the independent cinema of South, not Malayalam, because they have been making it since a long time and they have a tradition of making those films. But in Tamil and Kannada, or say in Telugu, those kind of films are not frequently made. But when it is made, it completely dazzles us. I'm a big fan of Rishabh and Rakshit from here. And so many other voices coming out from this land is amazing. In Tamil also, I watch mainstream and parallel cinema. I would love to do more films, but not only negative roles. If the roles are varied, I would love to take a plunge into it.
No. Actually, in your lineup, are there any negative roles for the coming years?
Not right now. But in my lineup, there are some really interesting and colorful films and colorful characters that I have portrayed. Joram, starting with Joram, it is a world that people have never seen before, that Devashish Makhija, our director, has put it out there. And the character is something I can say very comfortably, that after Mr. Govind Hananish Akrosh or Jai Bhim from Tamil film industry, this is the first time we are dealing with that world and this kind of a character.
Hello, Joycesh Mukesh sir. Lakshminaran here from Power TV. What is Joram sir? Because we had seen trailer, the intense and some village and city content were there. What it is meant for?
The film is us trying to raise a lot of questions. It's about that increasing divide between the village / jungles and the city. It's about us living these unsustainable lives in the city, like even in this room, the kind of technology, the kind of lights. I don't know the iron ore and bauxite in this mic. It's coming from somewhere. Someone is paying the price. Someone is losing something for us to gain this. So the film tries to ask these questions, but at its heart, it's a survival chase thriller. We've tried to make a film that's engaging, that's emotional, that's gripping, so that we can reel audiences in and place these questions in their minds and hearts. So it's an attempt to do that.
Is that real incident based movie or what?
Sorry?
Is that real incident based movie or what?
Real incident.
A film that tries to hold up a mirror to the world we live in is based on the real world, but it's not based on real incidents. It's a politic and it's a sociological theme that I return to many times in my work. I've lived in these areas, I've traveled these areas for almost 20 years. I've written a lot of stories, made a lot of short films around it. My first film, Unga, was around the same themes. So it comes from a reservoir of reality, but not specifically on any real incidents.
Manoj sir, it's almost 3 decades for your career journey. So once you look back, how happy you are today? Because we have seen struggling days of yours. Right. We have worked for soap operas, then as a supporting roles. Now we were one of the most demanding actor in India.
Thank you very much for all the compliments. But it has been, you are right, it has been quite a journey. I was never not born with thick skin, but since the journey has been such a roller coaster ride, that in the process I developed a thick skin, because the only thing which was always there in my mind was what I wanted to do. So whatever I have done was to empower myself so that I could be part of a film like Joram or Bhosle or Aligarh or Gangs of Wasseypur, all of these things. And I'm so happy and thankful to God that He has really made it sure that I get all of what I wanted to do after 30 years. So, if it happens today, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying your love. I'm enjoying your respect. But, it's never too late if it happens, right?
You are busy with Hindi, OTT and South Indian movies also, Telugu, Tamil and all, but not in Kannada. We are expecting you to be in Kannada also. So when can we expect, sir?
You said the right thing. I could never get an offer which was far, exciting enough. But I have seen, lately I have seen few of the film by Shetty brothers. And I would love to be part of something like that. And if they don't offer me anything, I will try to make it in Hindi. Something, based on the process that they choose to do. Since the time I have seen Kantara, since the time I have seen few more films, I must tell you that Kantara completely blew my mind. It was just surreal for me. Kantara doesn't leave my mind. Like Garud Gamana doesn't leave my mind. There's so many other films, they don't leave my mind. And I always think, how come they are making they are connecting with their audience, through the folk tales, through the local stories. Why can't we do it? So I'm always looking out for stories which are the folk tales from, say, Bihar or from UP. So few of your films have really encouraged me, inspired me to not only to be part of those films in Hindi, but also if I could really produce them in Hindi. So even though I have not worked with Kannada movie. But Kannada movies lately have been really inspiring me quite a lot.
Since you are a NST student and a theatre background, what made you to choose these kind of intense performance-oriented roles?
I love performance. I love it when there is a solid story. Just doing a mainstream film where there are only action sequences or some romantic sequences, and there is not much happening. Okay, when I don't get to see a character, when I only sing a persona, I get bored. I have to have something very solid to play or perform.
Sir, Manoj, Lokesh from News First. I have two questions. Someone please translate. Sir, question ಏನಂತಂದರೆ ಈ ಸಿನಿಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಆದಿವಾಸಿಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅಂಥ ಒಂದು ಆದಿವಾಸಿಗಳು ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೇಸ್ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿ ರಾಂಗ್ ಫೈಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದ್ರ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಹೋರಾಟದ ಒಂದು ಕಥೆನೇ ಇದೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಶಾರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರೈಲರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ನೀವು ಕೂತಿರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಅದ್ಭುತವಾದ ಒಂದು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ
So firstly, I'm a huge fan. Secondly, the question that Sir's trying to ask you is the depiction of the tribals and the minority groups in that movie. There have been instances recently in the past where these cases have been come up against these groups and how there have been cases or allegations against them. So he wants to know your take on this, and also later in the description, there's also one scene of yours that is portrayed with these minority groups. So do you have anything to say about that?
Look, we are.
You also mentioned the Constitution Board, right?
I'm starting answering you, but Devashish will take it up because he's written and directed it. You know, we are part of a society which is quite varied. Okay, our problems are quite varied from any other country. But at the end of the day, a filmmaker chooses a story that moves him, chooses a story which he tries to write a story where few of the based on the questions that has been troubling him, he tries to answer those things through his story and the film. I think Devashish has been a very responsible filmmaker. He is somebody who's disturbed by certain complexities or certain injustice that has been happening for many years in the society. He's disturbed by the divide between the cities and the villages. He's disturbed by the gap which is between two classes. So he's always been disturbed. So his stories that he writes are based on those questions, right?